on what looked to be a wicket chock full of runs. We pick up the action in the early stages of the Zimbabwe innings.
Lovely shot, or almost caught in fact, by the square leg umpire in the first boundary of the day. Kapila hasn't had a great start to the match so far, but here he goes again. Bowling to James. Oh, that's cleanly struck by Kevin James. That's a lovely shot. Just eluded the bowler. The seventh of the innings. Bowling to James. Oh, and he's got a little edge this time. The first wicket is down. Ramodia strikes in his first over. The keeper takes the catch, Tilakaratne. And a good little innings from James is over. He's out for 17. Well, it was a shortish ball outside the off stump. And James just gave a little nudge. And Tilakaratne leaping away to take the catch. And so Zimbabwe lose their first wicket at 30. James out for 17. 45 for the loss of one. Gurusingha to Flower. That's nicely cut away to the fence. That's a good shot by Andy Flower. His first boundary. It's taken a while to come, but a decisive stroke by Flower. So it's 49 for one now in the 12th over. Flower is on 15, facing Pramodia. And that's a gift, really. Too short. And Andy Flower is able to cash in. That's a nice shot. 4 more. Gurusingha to Pycroft. And he's going to be caught. He is caught. That's not a good shot at all by Andy Pycroft. But it's straight down to mid-on. And he is dismissed for 5. And Sri Lanka have gained the second Zimbabwe wicket. 57 for 2 in the 14th over. And you can see hit rather across the line here. Dragged it away from near the off stump. And a simple catch down to mid-on. So Pycroft goes for 5. And Zimbabwe 57 for 2 in the 14th over. Over number 20 about to start. Gurusingha bowling to Houghton. Oh, little edge. He's on his way. Just fiddled with it. And Ashan Tilakaratne takes his second catch. Houghton is out for 10. It's 82 for 3 at the start of the 20th over. Well, you can see it was rather a poor shot by Houghton. A real one-day affair. Tried to nudge it down towards third man. Just got the little edge. And a delighted wicketkeeper Tilakaratne takes the catch. And it's 82 for 3. Jayasuriya bowling to Arnott. Nice looking shot from Arnott. Might get 4 here. And he does get 4. 24th over of the innings. 100 exactly for 3. And this has been hit very fine. This could go down to the fence. And it will do, in fact. 4 runs for Andy Flower. Not a good ball from Jayasuriya. So Flower is 44 at the end of 24 overs. 104 for 3. 27th over now. Kelpagay to Arnott. Oh, beaten by the spin on the ball, I guess. And Arnott has another boundary. It looked like it was going to be fielded. But in fact, Arnott takes another 4 to go to 19. It's 116 for 3. Andy Flower on 49. The left-handed opening batsman has played well. Facing Kapila. And calling for the single. And he gets home too. And that's 50 for Andy Flower. Well batted. As Sri Lanka, at least Zimbabwe, go to 128 for 3 in the 29th over. And a good partnership this between these two players. Kelpagay again to Arnott. He swings it away. And that's 4 runs, and that's 50 for Kevin Arnott. Very good innings indeed from him. It's now 164. In fact, the umpire's changed it to a 6. It's still 50, but he goes to 52 instead. In this 37th over, 167 runs on the board. And Arnott is beautifully caught. A third catch for Tilakaratne. The end of a very good innings from Kevin Arnott, out for 52. And it's now 167 for 4. Well, he chased a wide one this time, Arnott. And once again, Tilakaratne leaping across and taking in a very good catch indeed. And the end of Kevin Arnott out for 52. 180 for the loss of 4. Kapila bowling to Waller, and he gives that plenty. That's a good shot. First boundary for quite a long time. And Waller slams it away for 4. Andy Waller looks pretty keen to get on with it. Missing from Pramodia. And bang, away it goes in the air again. And over the head of Ranatonga and down to the fence for 4 more. Good healthy blow by Andy Waller. to Waller. Already on 18, Andy Waller. Put it high in the air. He'll get away with this, and it'll be 4 runs. 216 for 4, Ramanayake to Waller. Hammers another one away, 4 more. Another boundary for Andy Waller. Anything could happen here. Waller is after everything. Another big hit down through long on, 4 more. Third boundary in the over for Andy Waller. Mostly picked up this time by Flower. He's got it wide of the fieldsman, 4 more. 91 not out, Andy Flower. Well, racks it away into the offside. Past 1 player and through to the fence for 4 more. $99 not out then, Andy Flower facing Ramanayake. Field closing in, and there it is. There's the 100 for Andy Flower. Well deserved too. He really has set up this big Zimbabwe total. A marvellous innings from him. Andy Waller has slammed 49 off just 30 deliveries. Facing Pramodya, and away he goes again. There's the 50. Very good innings indeed from Waller. Came at the right time for Zimbabwe. So Waller gets to 50. Got a singer to Waller. Oh, that's a huge hit. Goodness me, that's way into the trees. A big 6 from Andy Waller. Got it away very fine. 4 more. 4 more to Flower. 115 not out. Last over now. Kapila to Waller, and that's going to be another one. In some other lake, probably. Way into the trees. Dreadful delivery. 6 more to Andy Waller. 300 up in the last over. 301 for 4. Waller goes again. This time it's on the offside. He could be caught, and he hasn't been caught. Dropped. Nothing going right for the Sri Lankans, and Waller gets 2 more. Incredible batting display by Zimbabwe. Waller faces again, and bowled by no ball. So it's not out. $304 for 4 in the last over. Kapila to Waller. Goodness me. Steve Woodward was in grave danger there. 4 more.
So a fantastic batting display by Zimbabwe, highlighted by that century from Andy Flower, the opening batsman. And he was destined to spend the whole day on the field because he's the wicketkeeper for Zimbabwe. And that magnificent hard-hitting 80-odd from Andy Waller towards the end. So they finished up at 312 after the 50 overs. And so Sri Lanka needed to score 313 to win the game. A huge task under any circumstances. We pick up the action as Sri Lanka chase those 313 in the early stages of their innings.
And it's Dewars bowling to Samasekera. Oh, he's pulled it away. Good shot. Rather got under it, but it might just have enough on it to get to the fence, and yes it does. So the first boundary of the innings is taken by Samasekera from a short ball bowled by Dewars. 7 runs on the board, 3rd over. Jarvis. Thumped by Samasekera and almost a catch, but he really gave that plenty, and that's 4 more to Samasekera. He's 8. It's 11 without loss. Jarvis the bowler. Nice shot from Mahanama. This is lovely timing from him out through mid-wicket, and Mahanama picks up his first boundary. So Mahanama to 9. It's 18 without loss in the 5th. Sri Lanka 20 without loss after 5 overs. The start of the 6th now. Oh, that's a lovely shot from Samasekera. A straight hit, straight back past Dewars, and that's a 3rd boundary for Samasekera. Kevin Dewars, the bowler. Oh, lovely shot again. Beautiful on drive by Samasekera. He really is getting into it here. 18 not out. It's 28 without loss in the 6th. Pulled away again. There's another boundary. 3rd in the over. from Samasekara, really taking the Dewars, and he goes to 22. Brandes to Samasekara, ran a lovely shot through the covers again. Beautifully timed, 4 more. 50 runs up already in the 9th over. Brandes to Samasekara, and away he goes again, and this one bounces once. That's 4 more. Samasekara races to 40, 55 without loss in the 9th over. Brandes to Samasekara. Thumps it away. What a shot. That's his 9th boundary as he races to 45 not out. It's 61 without loss at the end of 9. Dewars bowling to Samasekara. Back he goes and slams another 4. He's 49 now. That's his 10th boundary. Samasekara goes again over the top. Lovely shot again. He's in magnificent form. That's his 11th boundary. And he goes now to 55. 76 without loss. Marvellous start by Sri Lanka. That's a beautiful shot by Mahanama. He's been rather the junior partner in this partnership, but that's a lovely shot. Mahanama's 25, facing Malcolm Jarvis. Oh, 3 mid-wicket. Another boundary coming up here. Second in the over. Lovely shot, Mahanama. He's 29. It's 84 without loss in the 13th. Butchart now bowling to Samasekara. Oh, and that's another lovely off drive. Fieldsman coming round, but he won't make it. Another 4 for Samasekara. He goes to 67, his 12th boundary. Tricos to Samasekara, and he's put this one in the air, and he could be out, and he is out. Held by Kevin Dewars. The Samasekara goes for 75. It's 128 for 1 in the 22nd over. Driven and caught. Good catch. Taken by Tricos. And that is the end of Mahanama. Out for 61. It's 144 for 2 in the 28th over. Big hit from Aravinda this time. He's already lashed out at it. And he might get his first boundary here. The ball's struggling and it makes it. So 4 runs to Aravinda de Silva. Oh, Gurusingh will have to get back. He won't get back. He's run out. Gurusingh has run out. Sent back by Aravinda. And that's a big breakthrough for Zimbabwe. The 3rd wicket falls at 155 in the 30th. And you'll see that Gurusingh was a little uncertain. Taken on the pad. He came down. Aravinda sent him back. And he had no hope at all, and well and truly run out, so Gurusingh departs for 5. Tricos to the left-handed Rarotonga. And 1 bounce. Oh, beaten by the bounce. The fieldsman backward a square. Gets done by the spin on the ball, Jarvis, and 4 runs to Rarotonga. Brandes in the 33rd over to Aravinda. Well, he's lofted this one. He should be caught, and he is. An absolute gift down to mid-on, gratefully accepted, and Aravinda goes, and Sri Lanka in real trouble now. Their best batsman is out for just 13. Well, it wasn't a great delivery from the bowler Brandes. Aravinda completely mistimed it, and the simple catch is accepted. Aravinda has gone for 13. It's 169 for 4 in the 33rd. Jayasuriya on 7. Oh, he's got a hold of this one. That'll be 6. Well and truly. Good hit by Jayasuriya. Well, that's no doubt about that. That's slapped away. Bad ball from Brandes. And Jayasuriya makes no mistake. He goes to 18. Oh, that's a huge hit by Rarotonga. In fact, it's Jayasuriya. What a big hit. Second 6. And he's lifted that one way into the trees. Oh, in the air now, should be caught here. The keeper Flowers after it, and he holds it. Jayasuriya goes. Good work by wicketkeeper Flower, and the change of bowling did the trick. The captain takes the wicket, and it's 5 wickets down now for Sri Lanka. Jayasuriya tried to force the pace. He got under it. It was a long wait for the keeper. He had a lot of ground to make, but safely held. And that's the end of Jayasuriya. 2:21.45, starting the 41st over, and it's a full toss. And it's going to be a boundary for Ranatunga. Pretty ordinary delivery from David Houghton. And Ranatunga has smacked it away through square leg for 4. Once again to Ranatunga. He likes to swing it away on the leg side, and I think he's going to beat the man down there, is he? Yes, he is. 4 more. 2 consecutive boundaries from Ranatunga. And he rushes on to 36. It's 2:29 for 5. Ranatunga's put this one through the gap. That's heading up for another 4. The 3rd boundary in the over. Houghton's over is proving very expensive indeed. And Ranatunga now to 41. Tilakaratne facing Jarvis this time. Goes for a big hit. And oh, he's got a hold of that one. That's way up on the terraces for 6 runs. That's a great shot over the offside for 6 runs. Oh, big hit. Another huge hit by Ranatunga. That's another 6. And Sri Lanka really coming back into this game now. Bowled him. Tilakaratne is bowled at a most opportune time for Zimbabwe. Good delivery that time from Jarvis. Tilakaratne tried to run it down through the slips, and it caught the top of the middle stump, and that's the end of Tilakaratne for 18. So 273 for 6 at the end of 45. Butchart to Kalpagay. Charging down. Oh, good hit. Straight back over the bowler's head for 4 runs. A timely blow by Kalpagay. The start of the 49th over now. Brandis bowling to Ranatunga. 15 required. Ranatunga's got this one down very fine. And it's gone to the fence. Well, that's a real blow for the Zimbabwe side. And a good one for Sri Lanka. They need only 11 runs now off 11 deliveries. A real cliffhanger here in New Plymouth. Brandis bowling to Ranatunga. Oh, he's edged it. He could get another 4. He will get another 4. 2 consecutive 4s just past the keeper. And now just 7 required off 10 deliveries. Sri Lanka were faltering at various times, but a mighty hand being played by Ranatunga, who's at the non-striker's end. Brandis to Kalpagay, hits it high, could get caught, and has been caught. Well, it might be rather too late for Zimbabwe, but that's the end of Kalpagay. He goes just 4 runs short of victory, and it's 309 for 7, and 1 over to go. So well over 600 runs scored in the day's play, and it's come right down to the very last over of the day. Jarvis will be bowling to Ranatunga, who's been quite magnificent for Sri Lanka today. He's 82 not out. He came in when the innings was faltering, and the former captain has really put it together. Now Jarvis. Ranatunga working it away. Could go to the boundary. It's going to be a bit of a scramble, and it does go to the boundary, and Sri Lanka get the victory in the very last over as Ranatunga fires his bat high in the air, then runs from the field. The schoolboys are everywhere, and Sri Lanka have done it in the very last over in a thrilling game here at Pukekura Park. Scenes of great excitement, but what a game of cricket. And these two sides have done themselves proud in the opening match for them of the 1992 World Cup.
So what a fantastic game of cricket. Over 600 runs scored in the day's play, and in the end Sri Lanka getting there in the very last over by 3 wickets and deserved winners of this game. After the match I spoke with their captain Aravinda de Silva.
Actually especially after the first inning, once they got up to 312, it was always going to be difficult for us to get up to that total. But fortunately we got off to a brilliant start.
Now, what was the reasoning behind sending Sri Lanka, and at least Zimbabwe, into bat first?
Actually, what we thought was that if our bowlers were bowling pretty well up till that stage, and we thought we might be able to contain them for about 225, and then probably from there it wouldn't have been much of a problem on this wicket. So that was the idea behind it, but it was totally different once we put them in. The bowlers didn't bowl well at all. They bowled all over the show and bowl too many no balls and wides as well. So we've got to tighten up our bowling if we are to stand a chance in this competition.
Nevertheless, you'd have to be pleased with the way the batting, especially the openers, they really got away to a good start.
Yes, they did. Actually, batting was the problem before we arrived here. But now I could see the batsmen booming with confidence, especially batting on good wickets. And it is heartening to see them batting well.
So how confident are you now going into the game against New Zealand in Hamilton?
We are pretty confident. It's just that we have to get our bowling together, and we probably will give them a good run.
Great.